Good day, everyone. My name is Arjan P. Puricano, and we are Group A. Our topic is all about the code of ethics for teachers. So, before we go to our main topic, I will discuss the differences between professions and professional. Profession is a type of work that requires specialized knowledge, skills, and often formal education or training. From the word specialized knowledge, skills, and formal education or training. Example of this is being a teacher or tayo because we have a specialized knowledge which is ang physical education, and we all practice and train to become a effective teacher like this yung sa mga reporting natin para maging effective tayo na teacher someday. Sa mga strategy naman for teaching, tinuturuan tayo or pagiging PE natin which is nag-learn tayo ng mga fundamentals like sa mga sports or sa mga dance. So, ang example talaga ng profession is teacher, a type of work. So next is professional. Professional is someone who performs the tasks associated with a profession. It talks about the person who practice a specific profession which is tayo. Before you call a person professional, that person had a undergone a lot of trainings and seminars. So both profession and professional are under of code of ethics because both are have a standards or code of conduct that are expected to follow. So let's proceed to our main topic, which is the code of ethics for teachers.
Good day, everyone. My name is Alea Zara Villanueva, and for today, I will be discussing the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. This Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers consists of four lessons, and it discusses the preamble and the Article 1 to 11 of the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. So, let's start first on the lesson 1, the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers, the preamble and Article 1. But before we proceed to the main topic of this discussion, let me ask you some questions. So, what is a professional teacher? A professional teacher is an educator who has undergone formal training, typically through a degree program in education or a related field, and possesses the necessary knowledge, skills, and competences to effectively teach and guide the students. Professional teachers are committed to promoting learning, fostering a positive educational environment, and supporting the holistic development of their students. And also, a professional teacher is an individual who is trained and qualified to educate students in a formal setting, such as in school or educational institutions. Professional teachers typically possess a degree in education or a specific subject area, along with a teaching license or certification that validates their competence to teach. And a professional teacher is committed to the growth and success of their students, upholding high ethical standards and continuously striving to improve their teaching practices to meet the diverse needs of learners. Next is, what is the Code of Ethics? So, the Code of Ethics is a set of formal guidelines intended to help professionals act with respect and honesty in accordance with its primary principles and standards. It includes standards for professionalism, confidentiality, respect, fairness, continuous learning, and students' safety. Following this code ensures ethical conduct and promote trust in the teaching profession. And now let's proceed to the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. Pursuant to the provision of paragraph E Article 2 of Republic Act number 7836, otherwise known as Philippine Teachers Professionalization Act of 1994. And paragraph A, section 6, Presidential Decree number 223 as amended to the Board for Professional Teachers hereby adopts and promulgates the following Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. The Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers only mean that we should never underestimate the power of teachers in influencing on the action and the thoughts of the learners. And people really expect teachers not only to be academically competent, not only to be mentally equipped, but also to be morally applied. So that these teachers will be worthy to be imitated or to be admired. This code of ethics would guide them not only to do what is good, but also what is right for the students, and for the teachers, and also for everyone in the community. And now let's proceed to the preamble. Teachers are truly licensed professionals who possess dignity and reputation with high moral values as well as technical and professional competence in the practice of their noble profession. And they strictly adhere to observe and practice this set of ethical and moral principles, standards, and values. The preamble means that a teacher must be licensed, must be dignified, must be competent, and must be morally upright. He or she must avoid anything that can make them immoral, disrespected, and dishonorable. A teacher must always think about consequences before doing it. As a teacher, you know the technicalities and professional competence. You know what you're talking about, and you know how to simplify difficult subjects for your students, and you know everything about the subjects. You have to possess the values that you teach to your students because you are a teacher. And a teacher must be a role model. A teacher is considered not only a ordinary person, but a person who has big impact positively to the students. And now let's proceed to the Article 1, Scope and Limitation. Section 1. The Philippine Constitution provides that all educational institutions shall offer quality education for all competent teachers. Committed to its full realization, the provision of this code shall apply, therefore, to all teachers in schools in the Philippines. The Section 1 tells us that the Philippine Constitution provides that all educational institutions shall offer quality education for all competent teachers. So, meaning all the teachers education institution must offer quality education teachers, because when the school gives quality to the students, then the school produce quality students and quality teachers later on. The teacher is the reflection of a student's abilities and competence. And this code shall apply therefore to all teachers in the schools in the Philippines. So meaning all teachers in the basic education, the private and the public elementary and high school are all covered of this code. Section 2. This code covers all public and private school teachers in educational institution at the preschool, primary, elementary, and secondary levels, whether academic, vocational, special, technical, or non-formal. The term teacher shall include industrial arts or vocational teachers and all other persons performing supervisory and or administrative functions in all school and at the upper said levels, whether on full-time or part-time basis. So the Section 2 covers all public and private teachers in all educational institutions. So if you're a teacher, this code is also applicable to you. And also the code is applicable to all industrial arts teachers and vocational teachers, and also to the person performing supervisory and administrative functions. So meaning the school master teachers or head teachers are all covered by this code. Every teacher shall uphold the highest possible standard of quality education, shall make the best practice of his or her profession.
Good day everyone, good day ma'am. I am John Lester Bernal and I am tasked to report the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers 2, 3, and 4. So, Article 2, the teacher and the state. Section 1, the schools are the nurseries of the future citizens of the state. Each teacher is a trustee of the cultural and educational heritage of the nation and is under obligation to transmit to learners such heritage as well as to evaluate national morality, to promote national pride, cultivate love of country, instill allegiance to the Constitution and for all the duly constituted authorities, and promote obedience to the laws of the state. Section 2. Every teacher or school official shall actively help carry out of the declared policies of the state and shall take an oath to this effect. Section 3. The interests of the state and of the Filipino people as much as his own. Every teacher shall be physically, mentally, and morality fit. Section 4. Every teacher shall possess and actualize a full commitment and devotion to duty. Section 5. A teacher shall not engage in the promotion of an political, religious, or other partisan interest and shall not directly or indirectly solicit, require, collect, or receive any money or service or other valuable material from any person or entirely for such purposes. Section 6. Every teacher shall vote and shall exercise all the constitutional right and responsibility. Section 7. A teacher shall not use his position or official authority or influence to coerce any other person to follow a political course of an action. In Section 8, every teacher shall enjoy academic freedom and shall have privilege of expounding the product of his researches and investigations, provided that if the results are inimical to the declared policies of the state, they shall be brought to the proper authorities for appropriate remedial actions. Article 3. The teacher and the community. Section 1. A teacher is a facilitator of learning and of the development of the youth. He shall, therefore, render the best service by providing an environment conducive to such learning and growth. Section 2. Every teacher shall provide leadership and initiative to actively participate in community movements for moral, social, educational, economic, and civic betterment. Section 3. Every teacher shall merit reasonable social recognition for which purpose he shall behave with honor and dignity at all times, and refrain from such activities as gambling, smoking, drunkenness, and other excesses, much less illicit relations. Section 4. Every teacher shall live for and with the community and shall therefore study and understand local customs and traditions in order to have sympathetic attitude, therefore refrain from disparaging the community. Section 5. Every teacher shall help the school keep the people in the community informed about the school works and accomplishments as well as its needs and problems. Section 6. Every teacher is intellectual leader in the community, especially in the barangay, and shall welcome the opportunity to provide such leadership when needed, to extend counseling services as appropriate, and to actively be involved in matters affecting the welfare of the people. And Article 4. A teacher and the profession. Every teacher shall actively ensure that teaching is the noblest profession, and shall manifest genuine enthusiasm and pride in teaching as a noble calling. Section 2. Every teacher shall uphold the highest possible standards of quality education, shall make the best preparation for the career of teaching, and shall be his best at all times and in practice of his profession. Section 3. Every teacher shall participate in the Continuing Professional Education or CPE program of the Professional Regulation Commission and shall pursue such other studies as will improve his efficiency, enhance the prestige of any profession, and strengthen his competence, virtues, and productivity in order to be a national and internationally competitive. Section 4. Every teacher shall help, if duly authorized, to seek support from the school, but shall not make improper misrepresentations through personal advertisements and other questionable means. Section 5. Every teacher shall use the teaching profession in a manner that makes it dignified means for earning a decent living. So again, the Code of Ethics for Professional Teacher is a pursuant to the provision of a paragraphs Article 11 of RA number 7836, otherwise known as the Philippine Teachers Professionalization Act of 1994, and paragraph Section 6 PD number 223 as amended. The Board Professional Teachers hereby adopt the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. Teachers are duly licensed professionals who possess dignity and reputation with high moral values as well as technical and professional competence in the practice of their noble, and they strictly adhere to observe to practice this set of ethical and moral principles of standards and values. So that's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I am Bayjana Sabang, and for today we're gonna talk about the article number 5, the teacher and the profession, article number 6, the teacher and the higher authorities in the profession, article number 7, school officials, teachers and other personnel. In article number 5, there are 7 sections, and section 1 is article number 5, section 1. Teachers shall all time be imbued with the spirit of professional loyalty, mutual confidence, and faith in one another, self-sacrifice for common goods, and full cooperation with colleagues. When the best interest of the learners, the teachers, or the profession it is stake in any controversy, the teachers shall support one another. This section emphasized the importance of professional solidarity and collaboration among teachers. It encouraged teachers to prioritize the well-being of their students, schools, and teaching profession as well as above individuals' interests. Section 2. Teacher is not entitled to claim credit or work not of his own, and shall give due credit the work of others which he may use. This section highlights the importance of integrity and honesty among teachers. It is stated that a teacher should not take credit for the work that is not their own and should appropriately acknowledge the contribution of others. This section promotes ethical behavior and professional conduct in the academic community. Section 3. Before leaving his position, a teacher shall organize for whoever assumed the position such as records and other data as are necessary to carry on the work. Well, this section highlights the responsibility of teachers to ensure a smooth transition for the successor when leaving their position. It emphasized the importance of organizing and providing necessary records and data to facilitate the continuation of the work. This promotes continuity and efficiency in the educational institution, even with changing in personnel. Section 4. A teacher shall hold inviolate all confidential information concerning associates and the school, and shall not divulge to anyone documents which has not been officially released or remove records from files without permission. Section 4 outlines the professional responsibilities of a teacher to maintain the confidentiality of information regarding colleagues and the schools. This means they cannot disclose confidential documents to unauthorized individuals or remove records from files without proper permission. Um, this emphasized the importance of respecting privacy and maintaining trust within the school community. Section 5. It shall be responsibility of every teacher to seek correctives for what may appear to be an unprofessional and unethical conduct of any associate. However, this may be done only if there is incontrovertible evidence for such conduct. This section emphasized the duty of teachers to address any unprofessional and unethical behavior exhibited by their colleagues. However, it emphasized the or it highlights that such action should be only be taken if there is clear and indisputable evidence of misconduct. It promotes accountability and upholding professional standards within the teaching profession. Section 6. A teacher may submit to the proper authorities any justifiable criticism against an associate, properly in writing without violating right of individuals concerned. In these sections, allow the teachers to bring forward legitimate criticism against the college to appropriate authorities, properly in written form, without however, it stresses the importance of doing so without violating the rights of individuals being criticized. It encourages to constructive feedback and accountability within the teaching community while respecting the dignity and right of each teachers. Section 7. A teacher may apply for a vacant position for which he is qualified, provided that he respect the system of selection on the basis of merit and competence, provided further that all qualified candidates are given the opportunity to be concerned. In these sections, allow the teachers to apply for a vacant position they are qualified for as long as they respect the selection process based on the merit and competence. It emphasized the importance of fairness and equal opportunity for all qualified candidates to be considered for the position. This promotes transparency and integrity, the recruitment and selection process within the educational institution. Article number 6, the teachers and the higher authorities in profession. Section 1. In every teacher shall make it his duty to make an honest and effort to understand and support the legitimate policies of the school and administration regardless of personal feelings or private opinion and shall faithfully carry them out. So in this section, emphasize the obligation of every teacher to adhere to and uphold the legitimate policies of the school and administration, regardless of personal feelings or opinion. It highlights the importance of loyalty and commitment to the education institution rules and regulations. By faithfully carrying out these policies, teachers contribute to the smooth functioning of the school community and the achievement of its goals. Section 2. A teacher shall not make any false accusation or charges against superiors, especially under anonymity. However, if there are valid charges, he should present such under oath to competent authority. So, in this section prohibits teachers from making false accusation or charges against their superiors, particularly anonymously. However, if there are legitimate concerns or accusations, teachers are encouraged to present them formally and truthfully to the appropriate authority. It promotes honesty, accountability, and professionalism in addressing a grievance or concern within the educational institutions. Section 3. A teacher shall transact all official business through channels except when special conditions warrant a different procedure, such as when special conditions are advocated but are opposed by immediate superiors, in which case the teacher shall appeal directly to the appropriate higher authority. In this section, it emphasized the proper procedure for teachers to conduct official business, which is through established channels. However, it allows for exemption when special circumstances arise, such as when immediate superior oppose advocate special conditions. In such cases, teachers are permitted to appeal directly to the higher authority. This promotes orderly communications and resolution of issues within the organization structure of the educational institutions. Section 4. Every teacher, individual, or as a part of group has a right to seek redress against injustice to the administration and, extent possible, shall raise grievance within acceptable democratic processes. In doing so, they shall avoid jeopardizing the interest and the welfare of learners whose right to learn must be respected. So in this section grants teachers the right to seek redress for injustice from administration either individually or collectively while adhering to acceptable democratic processes. However, it emphasized the importance of prioritizing the welfare and the interests of learners whose right to learn must be respected. It encouraged teachers to address grievance responsibly, ensuring that their action do not negatively impact to the learning experiences of their students. Section 5. Every teacher has a right to invoke the principle that appointments, promotions, and transfer of teachers are made only on the basis of merit and needed in the interest of service. In this section asserts that the right of every teacher to advocate for the principle that appointments, promotion, and transfers of teachers should be based solely on the need of the service. It emphasizes fairness and competence in personal decision within the educational institution. Section 6. A teacher who accepts a position assumes a contractual obligation to live up to his contract, assuming full knowledge of employment terms and conditions. So, this section this section states that when a teacher accepts a position, they enter into a contractual obligation to fulfill the terms and conditions of their employment. It emphasizes the importance of understanding and adhering to the term of employment contract. The last one is Article number 7. Article number 7, School Officials, Teachers, and Other Personnel. Section 1. All school officials shall at all times show professional courtesy and helpfulness and sympathy towards teachers and other personnel, such as practice being standards of effective school supervision, dignified administration, responsible leadership, and enlightened direction. So in this section mandates that all school officials must consistently demonstrate professional courtesy, helpfulness, and empathy towards teachers and other personnel. These behaviors are regarded as essential standard for effective school supervision, dignified administration, and responsible leadership and enlightened guidance. Essentially, it emphasized the importance of respectful and supportive relationship within the school community, promoting a positive and productive work environment. Section 2. School officials, teachers, and other school personnel shall consider it their cooperative responsibility to formulate policies or introduce important changes in system at all levels. So in this section highlight the cooperative responsibilities of school officials, teachers, and other personnel to collaborate in formulating policies or implementing significant changes within the educational system at all levels. It underscores the importance of collective involvement and teamwork in decision-making processes to ensure that policies and changes are well informed, inclusive, and effectively implemented for the benefit of the entire school community. Article number 7, Section 3. School officials shall encourage and attend the professional growth of all teachers under them, such as recommending them for promotion, giving them due recognition for meritorious performance, and allowing them to participate in conferences and training program. So in this section emphasized the responsibility of school officials to support the professional growth of all teachers under their supervision. It includes actions such as recommending them for promotion, acknowledging their meritorious performance, and facilitating the participation in conferences and training program. By doing so, school officials contribute to the continuous development and enhancement of the teaching staff, ultimately benefiting the overall quality of education provided by the institution. Article number 7, Section 4. No school official shall dismiss or recommend for dismissal a teacher or other subordinated except for cause. So in this section emphasized that school officials are prohibited from dismissing or recommending the dismissal of a teacher or other subordinated unless there is a valid reason. It underscores the importance of due process and fair treatment in employment matters, ensuring that disciplinary action are justified based on legitimate reason rather than arbitrary decision. Lastly is Article number 7, Section 5. School authorities concerned shall ensure that public school teachers are employed in accordance with pertinent civil service rules, and private school teachers are issued contracts specifying the terms and conditions of their work, provided that they are given, if qualified, subsequent permanent tenure in accordance with existing law. So in this section emphasized that school authorities must adhere to relevant civil service rules when employing public school teachers, and provide private school teachers with contract outlining the terms and condition of their works. Additionally, it stipulates that qualified private school teachers should be granted subsequent permanent tenure in accordance with existing law. Overall, it underscores the importance of ensuring transparency, legality, and fair treatment in the employment of teachers, regardless of whether they work in public or private institution.
Greetings everyone, my name is Radin Jane R. Enapia from 2BPED, and I will be presenting to you the Article 8, the teachers and the learners. So we have here the Section 1. So it says that a teacher has a right and duty to determine the academic marks and the promotions of learners in the subject or grades he handles, provided that such determination shall be in accordance with generally accepted procedures of evaluation and measurement. So here it says that ang teacher lang yung may karapatan na mag-claim ng isang academic performance ng isang student. None other persons unless the teacher. Di pwede yung parent na magsasabing, ay, dapat ganito yung grades ng anak ko kasi magaling siya sa ganitong subject or field. So, that's because that teacher, here it says in the Section 1 that the teacher has a right and duty to determine the academic performance or academic marks of the student. So we have the next section, which is the Section 2. A teacher shall recognize that the interest and welfare of learners are of first and foremost concern, and shall deal justifiably and impartially with each of them. So ang teacher must determine how much of the population of students in a classroom, and he or she must be able to assist them or recognize the interest and the welfare of the learners. So, as what this famous quote says, that the teacher is the second parent of the learners or students, and their second home is the school. And it also tells here that, and shall deal justifiably and impartially with each of them. So, ikaw na teacher, dapat alam mo kung ano ang mga dapat, ang mga interests or mga kahiligan ng isang bata. Now, the section 3, under no circumstance shall a teacher be prejudiced or discriminate against a learner. So, the section 3 for us teachers is our protection, because it tells that ang teacher ay hindi dapat na di-discriminate ng isang learner or other persons. So, let's say for example, yung nauuso ngayon is ang pag-post ng mga problema sa Facebook. And during the during the pandemic, there was a case I've heard through Facebook na pinost yung teacher dahil dahil lang sa may maling nagawa, which in fact that we should the poster or the person who posted the problem through social media must be talked about face to face, not through social media. Yung dapat one-on-one na pag-uusap ang kinakailangan upang masolbahan yung problema. So, next section is the section 4. A teacher shall not accept favors or gifts from learners, their parents, or others in their behalf in exchange for requested concessions, especially if undeserved. So, I know we have a lot. I mean, maybe hindi lang din naman ako ang naka-discover or like nakaalam ng mga like yung mga parents is really like into giving gifts sa teachers para sa isang kapalit. So, yung teacher in the section 4, it says that hindi dapat tayo as a future educator, let's say, we are not allowed to accept gifts from them. I mean, that's okay when we accept gifts. Not just that may kapalit yung ibibigay na gift nila sa atin. Kasi yung mangyayari is bibigyan ni parent 1 si teacher 1, then that's with the favor of sana makasali sa honor list yung kanyang anak, which in fact that the academic performance of the student one is not really qualified, or like hindi siya nakapasok sa standard or criteria na ng honor marks, like honorary marks, yung mga top 1, top 2 ganyan, mga top 10 ganyan. So that's a no. And next, we have the section 5. A teacher shall not accept directly or indirectly any remuneration from tutorials other what is authorized for such service. So, ang section 5 naman is bawal tayo mag-accept naman ng bayad or money or gifts na with an exchange for a done service. I mean, the word remuneration is defined as a money or gift for a service that has been done, or yung service na nagawa para sa isang estudyante. Let's say for example, a teacher conducted a tutoring services after class hours or dismissal. So, yung teacher hindi siya pwedeng hindi siya pwedeng tumanggap ng mga gifts or any money from the learners or parents. It may be directly or indirectly. When we say directly, directly sa'yo ibibigay. But when you say indirectly, ipahatag pagod. I mean like ipapabigay pa sa isang tao pa punta sa'yo. So that's indirectly. Next, we have the section 6. A teacher shall base the evaluation of the learner's work only in merit and quality of academic performance. The highlight here is ang teacher is dapat mag-base lang sa evaluation ng ng isang estudyante based sa academic performance niya. So, what here is trying to say that hindi dapat nakabase or hindi dapat basehan ang favoritism, that's one, and also sa feelings ng teacher. Like, when we say favoritism, ay ganito yung si student 1, favorite ko kasi ito kasi napaka-bait niya, ganyan, yung mga positive impressions natin sa mga estudyante. We should not base their academic performance based on their attitude na pinapakita sa atin. To make it short, the teacher must base the academic performance of a student based talaga sa kanyang academic performance. I hope that get I hope na get nyo ang point ko. So, yes. No, and then now we have the section 7. So, the section 7 here, it says that it doesn't really says that hindi pwedeng makipagrelasyon sa isang estudyante, ay sa isang teacher or estudyante. Kasi, the section 7 just says that a teacher shall exercise utmost professional discretion to avoid scandal, gossip, and preferential treatment of the learner. So, for example, sa school settings, may nakauyab ka nga teacher or student, then you still have to act as professional inside the school. No other than hindi pwede yung magpa-sweet kayo sa harapan ng mga students or other co-teachers mo. Bawal yon. So, kasi pag nalaman nila na kayo, then yung mga nasa paligid nyo is nagiging CCTV camera nyo na. So, dyan mabubuo yung mga gossip, mga chismis, tapos inequality ang treatment sa ganong estudyante. Okay? So, next section is we have the section 8. So, the section 8, a teacher shall not inflict corporal punishment on offending learners nor make deductions from their scholastic ratings as a punishment for acts which are clearly not manifestation of poor scholarship. So, yung teacher is bawal manakit. Here, in section 8, it says, bawal manakit yung teacher dahil lang sa nakasala yung nakagawa ng mali yung bata or inaway niya si student 1, ganyan. It's not alright to deduct their academic performance based lang sa ginawang mali niya. Ang academic performance niya is dapat binabasehan lang sa kung ano yung mga na-measure natin sa kanyang academic performance. So, next we have the section 9. A teacher shall ensure that conditions contribute to the maximum development of learners are adequate and shall extend needed assistance in preventing or solving learners' problems and difficulties. So, ang teacher is dapat minamaximize niya yung full potential ng bata. Kasi, it is alright. Tama naman, di ba? Tayo yung in charge kung paano natin ipapa-grow yung bata sa academic performance niya. Next article, we have the teachers and the parents. So, sa first section, the section 1, every teacher shall establish and maintain cordial relations with parents and shall conduct himself to merit their confidence and respect. So, what it tries to say is that ang mga teacher is dapat nag-build ng genuine relationships toward the teacher, toward the parent, because you're working as a team, not against each other. Kasi yung point ay yung goal nyo dito is ang pag-improve sa bata. You're working as a group, right? So, as a teacher, you are responsible for maximizing the development of the learner or the academic performance. And also, ang parent is also in charge po siya or responsible din siya sa pag-help sa teacher kung paano makaintindi yung bata sa isang subject or sa kanyang improvements sa academic performance. I hope nag-gets niyo yun. So, next, Section 2, every teacher shall inform parents through proper authorities of the progress and deficiencies of learner under him, exercising utmost candor and tact in pointing out the learner's deficiencies and in seeking parents' cooperation for the proper guidance and improvements of the learners. So, ang teacher is really responsible of ang daming responsibilities ng teacher. So, ang teacher is dapat ini-inform natin yung parents kung saan ba ang mga deficiencies o yung mga kakulangan ng bata, like yung anak niyo po kulang sa ganito, ganyan. So I hope mga requirements niya or masasubmit sa akin, ganyan. And also, yung teacher din ang may responsibilidad na mag-point out sa parent kung saan ba kung saan ba nahihirapan yung learner sa mga subjects like mga math, like ay ma'am ganito si Carlo, let's say that's the student's name. So si Carlo, he's really not doing well po sa math ba. So I hope matutulungan niyo po ako sa pag-develop sa kanyang pag-aaral. So ang dami nating responsible as a future educator. So next we have the section 3. A teacher shall hear parents' complaints with sympathy and understanding and shall discourage unfair criticism. So ang teacher, dapat sa college pa lang, is napapractice na yung interpersonal skills natin towards sa mga professors natin or like sa classmates. We must develop our interpersonal skills during college pa lang. Okay, para pag nasa work field na, madali na lang din ito ma-apply sa in reality. So, ang teacher is may karapatan na makinig sa parents complaints ng anak nila. So, like, with sympathy and understanding, like, if ever man na may mag-approach sa inyo na parent, like nagrereklamo, ay sige ganito ganyan, bakit maliit lang yung grades niya. So as a teacher, you should stay calm and understand that not all parents really accept kung ano yung mga kakulangan ng kanilang anak, yung mga flaws ng kanilang anak, hindi din nila minsan natatanggap. So next article we have is the teacher and the business. So the section 1, a teacher has the right to engage directly or indirectly in legitimate income generation, provided that it does not relate to or adversely affect his work as a teacher. Few teachers are also naga-business. It's like a sideline for them para maka-provide din ng mga needs ng kanilang mga anak sa pamamahay nila. As really like teacher is medyo maliit yung sweldo pero maraming paperworks sa Pilipinas. So as a teacher, ang ibang teacher is may kani-kanilang mga business. So ang teacher is dapat hindi puro business, but also dapat minamind din yung trabaho nila as a teacher. Next section is a teacher shall maintain a good reputation with respect to the financial matters such as in the settlement of his debts and loans in arranging satisfactorily his private financial affairs. So, ang teacher, it doesn't really says na bawal mag-utang or mangutang yung teacher. As long as settled or hindi gaano kalaki yung mga inuutangan mo pera. Like, dapat you still build a good reputation sa ganitong bank or sa tao. Kasi for example, kilala ka, tas maapektuhan din kasi yung institution or school institution na pinagtatrabahuan mo. Like for example, ay ganito si ma'am ganyan sa ganitong school na yan, marami man din yung utang, di ba? Nakakasira ng reputation. Last section we have is the section 3. No teacher shall act directly or indirectly as agent of or be financially interested in any commercial venture which furnish textbooks and other school commodities in the purchase and disposal of which he can exercise official influence except only when his assignment is inherently related to such purchase and disposal, provided they shall be in accordance with the existing regulations, provided further that members of duly recognized teachers cooperatives may participate in the distribution and sale of such commodities. So, ang pino-point out dito is ang teacher is bawal may ka-connection sa isang publishing house. Like, yung mga nag-furnish ng textbooks or yung mga nag-publish ng textbooks, they are not allowed to have ka-connections with that publishing house. Kasi yung mga nangyayari, kapag ang teacher, may some instances is pag may kakilalang connection or staff or publisher, yung teacher sa publishing house, nagiging sip-sip nalilid or napupunta sa pagbabayad. Binabayaran yung teacher na kumuha sa kanila ang school ng kanilang napapublish na books. So, it may lead to hindi natin masisigurado kung yung pinapublish nilang books is very legit or kung ano ba yung, hindi natin sure kung quality ba talaga yung binibenta nila or pinapublish nila na books. So, that's all for the Article 10. I hope you have learned from this presentation, and I will pass this next Article 11 to Archjan Pericano.
Good day everyone, my name is Arjan P. Pericano and I will be discussing the last three articles under the Code of Ethics for Teacher, which is Article 11, 12, and 13. So first is the Article 11, which is the teacher as a person, which is composed of 4 sections. So Section 1, a teacher is above all a human being endowed with the life for which is the highest obligation to live with dignity at all times, whether in school, in the home, or elsewhere. I think this one is not only given to the teachers. Every human should live with dignity regardless of their professions. But we are teachers, doble-doble yung expectation nila sa atin. You have to dignify the way you talk, the way you act, the way you dress also. Lahat nun yun dapat dignified. You must professional or you must have a professional touch in everything that you do because you are teachers. Okay, next section, which is Section 2. A teacher shall place premium upon self-discipline as the primary principle of self-behavior in all relationships with others and in all situations. Section 2 tells that whatever relationship we build with other people in our community, dapat laging kasama yung self-discipline and good behavior. We have to make sure that we behave and professional in all situations. Like, di ka pwedeng makipag-away, di ka pwedeng kung anong sabihin mo sa ibang tao, like that, di ka pwedeng mag-burst ng emosyon sa public. Because Section 2 says that we have to discipline, we have to show a good personal behavior. It is difficult, but you're always thinking of the fact that you are teacher, you could inspire many people, then you're always mindful of your actions. Okay, next section, which is Section 3. A teacher shall maintain at all times a dignified personality which could serve as a model-worthy emulation by learners, peers, and all others. Teacher is a person also who commit mistakes, stumble and fall. But it says there that we should dignify it at all times. Example of this is when a teacher have a family problem at home, they show a very professional behavior. They do not let their problems affect or influence their performance as a teacher. That is why teachers should be worthy of emulation by everyone, especially by the students. Okay, the last section of Article 11, Section 4. Section 4, a teacher shall always recognize the Almighty God as guide of his own destiny and of the destinies of men and nations. I think we believe naman sa same God, but we have different names with this God. We believe that our life should be centered of God, because if you believe in God, everything should follows. Your action and your word were modified, and that's why what you do. Okay,
as
the
a
next
teacher
article is Article 12, which is the disciplinary action. So it says that the reason why we should be careful or mindful to our actions as a teacher, if you have any violation of any provision of this code, it should have a disciplinary actions like revocation of certification of registration and license. Mawawalan ka ng license. Suspension from the practice of teaching. So, suspended ka sa mga teaching activities mo or teaching duties mo. Reprimand, so ito yung makaka-receive ka ng formal warning. Cancellation of temporary or special permit. So that's why you should be mindful to your action as a teacher someday. So these disciplinary actions are based on the section 23 article 3 of Republic Act number 7836. The last article, which is article 13, the effectivity. So we have section 1, this code shall take effect upon approval by the PRC or Professional Regulation Commission, and after 60 days following its publication in the official gazette or any newspaper of general circulation, whichever is earlier. Okay, so dahil matagal na tong Code of Ethics for Teachers, ibig sabihin matagal na din itong epektibo. Meron na tayong or we have a guide dahil sa Code of Ethics na to. We should be careful and mindful to our actions. We should be a good model to our community and especially sa ating mga student. So that's all. Thank you.